I think this movie's a 6.5 at best. Hi guys, welcome back to Big Stinky Nerd, and today we're going to be doing what this channel was originally designed for, movie reviews. In today's video we're going to be reviewing The Rise of Skywalker on this background that keeps glowing too much and is too saturated for when I'm filming. Okay, alright, let's get into it. First of all, I just want to let you know I kind of enjoyed this film, but at the same time I think there's some major complaints with it. So if you really like this film, then I completely understand, but at the same time I just want to talk about some complaints so that we can all appreciate the fact that this film has some flaws, but it's also kind of good. Alright, okay, so, complaint number one, Dio shouldn't have been in the movie, alright? Don't get me wrong, I like Dio, I like Dio's design, but Dio fits in too much with the other droids and doesn't really do anything to separate himself from the other droids. I mean, I like BB-8 because he had some plot relevance, I liked R2-D2 because he had some plot relevance, but at the same time, Dio is there and he doesn't really do anything for the entire movie. I think, you know, what would have been kind of cool is if C-3PO's, like, sentience would have been put into Dio. I think that would have been really cool, but, frankly, I like Dio, but I just wish that he would have had some more plot relevance. Going into C-3PO, frankly, I think that C-3PO shouldn't have gotten his memory back. I think the main problem with Star Wars films is that there's no permanent consequences for any of the characters' actions. And this is one of the perfect circumstances where we could have had some permanent consequences. Frankly, I think across Star Wars' many directors, they really struggled to try and set up a plot, and I think the only way that they could have made this film better and made you really feel for the characters, and which it didn't really make me feel for any of the characters, I think we should have taken some really long-running characters and completely switched them up, like I said, by switching C-3PO sentience into Dio. I think that would have been quite cool. Talking about characters that don't really need to be there, and just, you know, that we don't really care about, this character, I can't even remember her name because she's so generic. She's a stormtrooper, I guess, but she isn't a stormtrooper. I wonder who that's like. Oh, maybe it's Finn. Oh, is it Finn? Oh, it's Finn too, but she's a whammon. She's a whammon, guys. Frankly, I'm sick and tired of taking a really previously well-working trope and then reworking it. I just feel that by having this new character introduced, it really devalues Finn's storyline. Because Finn, it was a stormtrooper, and that was what was so great about him. He was a stormtrooper that turned. But now that we know that there are more stormtroopers that have turned, it devalues him as a character, and you don't think he's a special anymore. You just think, I guess, you know, he's just like the stormtroopers already were, nameless and faceless. Now we're going to get into one of my main complaints with the movie. Why was this character introduced? Okay, don't get me wrong, they look really cool, and I think they probably have a really cool backstory, and I imagine that they'll probably be featured in future movies, but I don't understand why this character was introduced now. I think it would have been really cool if in episode 7 we could have gotten some more lore between these two characters, but considering that they decided to add this in now in episode 9, the final film, you don't really feel anything when you finally meet this character for the first time. And I'm not even going to refer to her name, because I can't exactly remember it, because she's generic as well. I can only remember Poe's name, because Poe's, Postman Pat, alright? Okay, now, I'm going to talk about something that's actually good about this film, and that's the fight scene on the Death Star. Listen up, Lucasfilms, just do more of that, please, just, play